Okay, today I want to talk to you about die casting. Die casting, basically what you'll see in die castings is aluminum and zinc parts. You can get really good detail, really thin walls, nice surface finish, but not a lot of structural strength. Typically you need some decent volume. The tooling's a little bit expensive. Um, and there's a big difference between die casting and other castings in regard a couple things. First of all, it's put in the die with pressure, not gravity fed. Second of all, the material, the zinc or the aluminum, it is put directly into a steel die. So if you remember in investment casting, you would inject wax, dip it in a ceramic a few times, and then melt the wax out of that. Then you had a ceramic die that you gravity poured metal into. And sand casting, you made an impression in the sand, and then you pulled it out, and then you poured your metal into the sand. Here you're going directly into that steel die. So aluminum, for example, has a melting point of about 1,500 degrees. The die might have a melting point of 3,000 degrees. There's some things you have to concern yourself with. It sticks. There's die check. The continual heating of the steel die up to 1,500 degrees is going to wear it down. The tooling doesn't last forever. The tooling is rather expensive, but the piece price is pretty inexpensive because it's so direct and there's less steps in the process. So, I wanted to show you a little videos here. You can kind of see what's going on. This first one here, the gentleman is preparing the die. So he's spraying a wax or a spray, a dye spray, a lubricant on it to, number one, cool it off, and number two, prevent the stickiness when he injects the aluminum onto it. And as you can see here, it's somewhat of a manual process the way he's doing it. I thought you could see it better this way rather than an automated process. So he's got a ladle of aluminum, pours it into the press presses it into the die under pressure. Now that pressure is nice because it gives you that nice surface finish and it fills out the details really well. But because it's under pressure, it's going in turbulently, and you can get entrapped gases, in the middle of your part, which makes it bad for structural integrity. And also, because you have a bottom and a top to your die, and it goes in under pressure, it's going to seep out the seam, so you get a flash at the parting line. And this next little video here, you'll see that part with a parting line on it. You have a trim die to knock that off. And then you knock that off, and then you have your part. And then you might want to check, probably recommend, if you're doing a lot of 1,000 pieces, the first few parts get checked dimensionally. The last few parts get checked dimensionally, just to see if your pressures and temperatures are correct on your die. It's pretty repeatable, but over time the heat can have an effect on the die, and that'll change the dimensions of your part. So anyway, that's die casting, just a quick and dirty, this is what it is. You see them everywhere. They're decorative stuff. It's just stuff that you don't put under a lot of load. Die castings are not good for that. Anyway, if you're interested in this, you have a need, you know where to find me. Bye-bye.